the biggest children's entertainment group in Australia, if not the world, for the last few decades. Now the Wiggles are getting the original band back together for a very worthy cause. And we were there for their first rehearsal in 7 years.
Okay, this is the Wiggles on A Current Affair. Scene one, shot one, roll one, take one. It's all number one. And... Sorry. Action.
Toot, chug a big red car. We'll travel near and we'll travel far.
We're just kind of looking at, well, what do we do that maybe we can contribute, and this is it.
Australia needs as much help as possible at the moment.
Oh, me, oh, my.
They're back, the original foursome. Murray, Jeff, Anthony and Greg.
Wake up, Jeff!
Dusting off their skivvies and reuniting for one almighty fundraiser. This is so good. How long has it been since we've had the four of you together on stage?
7 years since we did
the last shows.
the actual official Wiggles. We know each other so well. We spent 20 years on the road, so it's really exciting.
So, do you think you remember how to do it?
Probably not, no. Yeah,
Greg looks nervous.
This is probably just wishful thinking, but it won't be quite as hard as I thought.
It's like riding a bike or a big red car.
Well, some songs like Hot Potato, we did play about 7,000 times.
Hot potato, hot potato.
How's Greg going to fit into the tutu?
That's right. That's right.
It's all right.
You know what?
Don't dismiss that.
No, don't dismiss that. No, that's good. That's great.
It could happen.
But Emma is coming to dance to Ballerina.
Oh, phew. Someone said breathe a sigh of relief over here. And their audience, like the originals, a fraction older these days. It's amazing that the concerts are for over 18s and they sold out so quickly.
Yeah, the young fans who were around when we first started and into the 90s are now in their 20s and
nearly 30. Some of them.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah.
And so, is it the same show, or is the sky the limit? Can you kind of go the over 18 route?
The audience are not drinking water or cordial anymore, so they're right in the spirit of things, so to speak.
Are they as crazy as the kids, though? It'd be a bit of a competition.
You know what? I reckon, yeah, you're right. It's children and the wildest audience you can play to. It's fantastic. But I do remember at the last time, Greg did go off the script one moment where we did the numbers rumba and he said, number five, I can't believe that Jeff is still alive.
Oh, with grey hair. Featuring all your favourite Wiggly songs.
I guess like all Australians, as you saw it unfold over the Christmas break and over New Year, you were sitting there thinking, how can I help?
Yeah, all the funds are going to the Australian Red Cross, so that's community, and of course Wires.
Everyone around Australia felt quite helpless about it, and we're kind of thinking, when's it going to end and what can we do to help out? And
the current Wiggles are Emma and Simon and Lockie and myself. We're going to do a video to put out for the children to reassure them because, you know, for a lot of young children, they're seeing scenes over and over again of really terrifying fires, animals burnt, and children need to be reassured. So that's what we're doing as well, which is not a monetary thing, but I think it's going to help.
Oh, dance with Emma.
What about you, Anthony? Are they ever going to replace you, or are you a lifer?
Oh, yeah, but how long's life? That's what I would.
Jeff's got the answer.
Withdrawal. I think I'll be wiggling on the way out, you know. Yeah, I love it so much. And I know Emma, Simon and Lockie are very appreciative of these guys coming in and, you know, lending a hand.
Everybody clap.
It was the early 90s when they took the world of children's entertainment by storm. Their stage shows selling out all over the globe. In their peak, performing 500 shows in 1 year. The hysteria surrounding the Wiggles was infectious, and so are their lyrics.
Get ready to wiggle. Wiggle will make you big and strong.
The songs are pretty hard to forget, as every parent knows. And you've had so many huge celebrities in the audience. What would be your highlights in terms of
We
some
go
of the
around the
stars?
grounds.
Would have to be, for me, Robert De Niro. There's also Jerry Seinfeld.
It must feel really surreal to look out and see those icons in the audience.
Gosh, Mick Fleetwood came to a show once. Yeah, Neil Sedaka too. I mean, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah,
So,
that was. We had James Hetfield from Metallica come along more than once. And the captain sang the Sandman.
We did it in the style of Metallica, so basically we played Enter Sandman and he sang Quack Quack to it, and James Hetfield stood up and went, yeah!
Everybody knows it's Surfer Jam.
Is it a special kind of a thing that because their children love you, that they feel really warm towards you?
Yeah, when they come backstage with their children, they're just parents, they're not a star, and they're not really acting like stars.
Everyone loves the Wiggles.
Everyone's invited to this dinosaur party.
And so, Greg, you decided against this one.
yeah, look, I think if Emma's going to be there, I think she'll do a much better job of doing the ballet than I certainly would.
Stepping back into this iconic dressing room, you can feel the nostalgia.
That's from when you went to the moon.
Yeah,
we actually went to NASA.
Went to NASA, yeah. Can we bring this out on Saturday night?
On the moon.
Yeah. In the International Space Station, what year was that? 2004, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, and so we actually spoke to somebody up in space and saying,
we sang Hot Potato with him.
Potato.
He's on the space station, we're on the ground.
You guys have had the craziest career I've ever heard. Should we try on the skivvies? Make sure they fit? I know you guys here look like you're in pretty good shape. Well, how good are you guys going? Your shirt, my clothes from back then don't fit me.
Oh, no. We're all wearing corsets.
This was a good idea, this rehearsal.
Did it go differently?
I think so.
Did you keep going back to Diddy Doo Dum?
Look, I don't really remember.
You're going to have the hardest time because you knew and I.
Yeah, that's right.
You really remember anyway, so...
It all kicked off a little rusty, but it didn't take them long to get those famous fingers moving again.
Moment of truth. They still got it? I don't know. Let's see.
Toot toot chugga chugga big red car. We'll travel near and we'll travel far. Toot toot chugga chugga big red car. We're gonna ride the whole day long. Layla's doing reporting, bringing us all the news, sharing wonderful stories and some brilliant views.
That's right, I'm a Wiggle now. The show kicks off tomorrow night at 8:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and if you missed out on tickets, you'll be able to stream the show live. Just head to our website for those details.